Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello!
Welcome to the Kind of Funny Morning Show. My name is Nick Scarpino. I will be one of your hosts today. The other illustrious host joining me is Joey Noel. What are you doing? Did you already spill something on yourself?
Yeah.
You got to be really careful with these Starbucks
because they get the little
they have a little divot there.
Residual coffee, which I think is supposed to prevent it from spilling.
You're giving me all sorts of anxiety. Let's put this squarely on the coaster. You're putting a teeter on. You got a freaking dog in your lap.
I know. Portillo's
already
here.
peed all over himself. He walked right in, and I forgot the majesty that is Portillo. I started. He's so cute. You want to touch him immediately. And I pet him, and he looked up at me, and he was like, "You can pet me." So I kept petting him, and everything was great. And then 5 seconds later, he looked back. He looked up at me, and then went, "I'm gonna leave now." And as he left, just fucking laced the floor with piss. It was like napalming the floor. He was just trying to kill whatever insurgents were down there. And boy, it smelled like vitamins. I don't know what you all feeding him, but it was neon yellow and it smelled like a daily vitamin, like when I used to try to take those to be healthy and then just gave up on them.
I mean, we can fit the Portillo regimen into the Jackmanoff if you're still looking for that vitamin.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
But
just in case.
No, I think we're going to be okay on that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today here at twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. If you didn't know, the Kind of Funny Morning Show comes to you each and every day on this channel at 11 a.m. I'm usually the host, joined by a host of other fun people like Joey today. Joey, I'm glad you're joining me today because this is going to be a very Oscar nom heavy show.
Which I'm very excited about.
Which I'm very excited about too. I like the opportunity of getting the deep dive to be able to go through, look, call out which ones we think are going to win, call out which ones I still need to see because there's quite a few on the Best Picture list that I need to see.
Do you have Movie Pass yet?
I do not have Movie Pass yet.
You got to get on that train.
You know, it's not my choice.
Really?
Well, Joey, when you're married, you have to make choices with your wife.
Yeah.
Not against her or because of her, with her. Do you understand that?
Team
Scarpino, there you go. So yeah, I mean, just the other day I was walking out of, I brought up Movie Pass again, and Dee was like, we're not getting it, and here's why. And then started saying some stuff, and I was like, all I heard was wah, 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 wah. I was like, but you're saying something I don't like. So I have to tell you
What's her argument against it?
I can't remember. I wasn't listening, Joey.
Yes,
but that's not a big deal. Of course, today's episode of the Kind of Funny Morning Show is brought to you by MeUndies. We'll get to that read in a little bit. But Tim really likes them because they keep all of his bits and things in the right space. Cool, Greg.
Yeah.
While I vamp for a second, can you please turn that big-ass TV on so I can see when the stories are up? That would be fantastic.
Is the fun thing of...
It is not on anymore, man.
I think it's the remote that turns on both TVs at the same time, and if they're out of sync, it turns one on and the other one off.
Yeah, remote technology is hilarious because we literally have two Samsung monitors. The one on the front of the desk is a Samsung monitor, and then we also have a 65-inch. That's our confidence monitor right there. This is no signal. I think is there a PlayStation there?
Not the computer. But yeah.
There we go. Let's get it. We'll wait. There it is.
There it goes.
There's so many things coming through right now.
We've got a lot of stuff that's going on. We got a lot of
it's just because every time you go to a news article, there's always people trying to get video on them, especially IGN. Every time you go to autoplays, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Damon Hatfield. Here's your news story. I'm like, Damon.
Do Damon and
I would like to read
Fran say the same thing? Have the same voice?
Everyone says, what's up, everybody? Everyone did that. I told you've heard the stories of IGN.
Yeah.
Where at one point, Per Schneider, I don't know what he is now, I think he's publisher now.
Yeah.
Was like, sat everyone down and was like, please, for the love of God, stop starting every video with what's up, everybody.
That's so funny. I didn't know that.
When you tell your child.
I thought that was just a Greg thing.
Oh, no. Greg started doing it. And then Damon started doing it. And I think Damon started doing it first, then Greg. And then everyone was like, it's just a great way to start a video.
Yeah.
And so literally, if you watched from like 2012 to like 2014, it was just every video was, what's up, everybody? I'm so-and-so, coming at you hot from the PlayStation Lounge. Well, it was always fun. So we used to make fun of everyone for that. But it's very difficult to not do it.
Once you get in the habit of doing it, I can imagine trying to find something that...
Nothing flows off the tongue quite like, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Morning Show. You know what I mean? That's why I try not to do it. I just go, hello. Or, bohoy hoy, right? How would go for a doc? Who knows? All right, we're up and running right now with the monitor. Couple housekeeping things before we go. The Marvel Cinematic Universe in review is live and well. We posted our review of Thor, the original Thor, at 9 a.m. this morning. And I love this show. It's really fun to be able to sit. How long is this one? Scroll to the edge there.
Almost an hour.
That's 59 minutes and 37 seconds. An hour of just talking about Thor and MCU. Are you kidding me? Give me a giant box of Cheez-Its, maybe some goldfish, and settle in, ladies and gentlemen, because this one was a good one.
Also, shout-outs to those end credit scenes, man. A lot of effort and love put in.
If you are not staying all the way through the credits, you're missing the cinematic universe that we are building here, the KFCU. The kind of funny, or just say KCU, how about that? Kind of cinematic universe.
I like that.
That's what we're doing. It's really, really fun. Go over and check that out if you guys want. If you didn't know, of course, we're beating you over the head with it. But we are reviewing one Marvel Cinematic Universe movie every week leading up to Infinity War. There's going to be 17 films, including Black Panther and Thor Ragnarok. We're going to get to those as well because those are all technically films that come out before Infinity Gauntlet and builds into the lineage that is going into this amazing, amazing thing. That is fantastic. So definitely check that out. Also, cool, Greg, bring this up. Congratulations to Heel Kick. It is kicking ass on iTunes. Thanks largely to all of you guys out there who have both supported it and gone out there and watched it. Really appreciate it. Love seeing the feedback that's coming out of you guys right now. A lot of wrestling fans are like, hey, this is actually a good wrestling movie.
Yeah.
I have no context for wrestling.
I don't either.
But the humor in it I like, and I like the way it's shot. And obviously we know Danny and Cooper and the guys who helped make this together. So it's great. So if you guys want to rewatch it with a watch along, we did that. It's over on the channel. So go over there. And then bring up this next thing, please. Shout out to Blurb78. We are posting now. He is helping us out cutting promos for the show that you are watching right now so that we can get more people in on the shenanigans. A couple people were like, hey, and this is what I like about the audience right now. That's what I like about the best friends. People go, hey, just so you know, like this person made this and he's posting on his channel, so you might want to give him credit. Not, hey, you stole something, you're an asshole. Hey, just calling attention to this. And then of course Tyler was like, no, guys, I'm making this for them. They reached out, I offered to do this. So he's helping us out with these. Hopefully we're going to be able to cut one of these a week as a little recap promo to get people into the show, show them the shenanigans, basically get them addicted to that sweet, sweet hard candy so we can come over here and we can continue to take over the world 50 subscribers at a time.
Exactly. And I actually we've been talking with him since he did the end of year one for us a little bit ago, and he was like, he specifically asked not to be tagged in the tweet because he didn't want it to like ruin the flow and stuff like that. Yeah. So we promise we're not just stealing.
But go follow him right now.
But he's awesome. If you haven't watched the one from last week that we put up yesterday, it's really funny. And then even yesterday during the show, when there was a lot of shenanigans going on, I was excited. I'm like, I'm excited to see what he does.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see which ones he earmarks from us.
Yeah.
Although we cannot let the dream die. Okay, this is the 2018 dream for Nick Scarpino right now. We need to make a 15-second advert, as they call them in the UK, an advert or an advertisement that runs before porn movies.
We gotta figure that out.
How fucking hilarious the first one will be when the first time one of the thing that here's why this is meta to me. Okay. Here's why it's hilarious.
Lay it out for me.
I'm wondering who's actually willing to be like, I saw you guys on Pornhub before I was about to pleasure myself. Now there's someone will do it.
Without a doubt. Yeah. I feel like it'll then
be there will at least be 30 other people that go, I'm not going to bring this to anyone's attention because I was watching. Because maybe you don't know.
My girlfriend, my significant other,
what did we tag? What did we tag? Which types of porn movies will we have tagged? That'll be the big question.
That'll be like the fun little meta game.
Yeah, because like every month what I want to do is tag like really like one normal one.
And one really specific one.
And then one that's like, you need to go to therapy immediately if you find this
like the Rule
hot.
33 or
whatever it's going to be like, whatever the sickest thing that can come to my mind is, which let's be honest, I'll go up against anyone as far as perversion is concerned. No one, you want in here, you're never getting out. You know what I mean? It's like that episode of Batman the Animated Series when I forget who it was, but the mind villain was like, I'm in your brain, and he's like, you're just right where I want you to be. It's not a good place to be. And then the guy went insane because he was in Batman's brain.
I think it's exactly.
Be careful, ladies and gentlemen.
Rule 34. Thank you, Mr.
Rule 34. Would you say 33?
Yeah, I knew it was somewhere around there.
Well, Rule 34 is anything people could think of. There's something out there that's porn related for it. Yeah, that's boy, that's never been more true than right now. Cool, Greg. We have a couple news stories, and then we're going to talk a lot of Oscars, so everyone cue up your comments for that. Ready. Of course, if you guys want to leave us a tip, make sure your comment is read. We will read anything at the $5 above level for tips, and we also, I guess we're taking cheers as well still, because that's still a thing, even though I have no idea how they work, and neither does anyone out there.
I don't think anyone knows how to
Let's go into this first news story. Now, I was excited to see a lot of the that the Oscar noms were out. I totally forgot
Yes.
that was happening today.
I
saw a
woke
lot
up,
of people tweeting.
It was great this morning.
Lots of great news in the Oscar noms. There's nothing really in there that I think is necessarily bad. But before we get into that, perhaps the most important story ever is this one on theegan.com. This comes from
Egan.
Alex Gilyadov. Ryan Reynolds will reportedly be producing and possibly even starring in a new Clue movie for Fox.
Ooh!
Now, if you're
I think
not
I
familiar
missed
with the
this.
original Clue movie, it is based on the Hasbro board game, where basically one of you is a killer and the rest of you have to figure out who the killer is. And it's like a round robin kind of thing. Now, granted, the movie is a classic, right?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
Who else? He's the one
God.
that always stands out for me in that movie.
Well,
so
I mean,
don't
you've got
remember who
Madeline
else.
Kahn.
Who
you've
I
got-
love and adore.
It's basically a who's who of who was funny at that time.
Madeline Kahn is super
I'm gonna bring
underrated,
up the
I
full
feel
list
like.
here. Here's how I want you guys to figure
Have you
this out.
seen What's
No,
Up,
that's
Doc?
IGN. I have not.
With Barbara Streisand and
You want to
Ryan O'Neal.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that.
Super good comedy from like the 70s. Madeline Kahn, one of her best roles.
I'm gonna read you the list of these people, and then you tell me if this is not one of the best comedic casts ever.
Throw
made.
'em at me.
Eileen Brennan, who plays Mrs. Peacock, who's
Oh,
fucking
yes.
hilarious.
I don't know that I've ever seen the whole thing of the original Clue.
You got to go back and watch. It's on. I think it used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it is. I kept it on there just to make myself happy. It's like that and Big Trouble in Little China. I'm like, no matter what's happening in the world, I can come back to these two films.
I
and
will
it's totally
always
okay.
be in the mood to watch one of these.
Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Michael McKean, Martin Mull, Leslie Ann Warren, Colin Camp, Lee Ving, who's hilarious, Bill Henderson, Jane. Yeah, okay, so we're getting down to the supporting cast list
yeah.
there. But the big
Smaller
ones are Christopher
characters.
Lloyd, Michael McKean, of course, who comes from that troupe of Waiting for Godot. God damn, he's in the Eugene Levy.
that whole.
Waiting for Guffman.
There we go.
That's who it is. Waiting for Godot. That's a totally different movie. Martin Mull, of course. Anyway, go watch Clue if you haven't. It's a really, really well-made movie. It's actually really fun. They play with the ending. They play with the concept of it being like a board game where you don't know how it's going to end. There's multiple endings to it. It's really, really fun.
I gotta go back and watch this.
It's so good.
I like
It's-
the board game, and I like the overall concept of it. So plus, I just like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's incredibly talented. And
He never really got his comeuppance. He almost hit it big and then had a couple stinkers there that really kind of tanked him. And everyone's like, oh,
Like
his
which
career is
ones?
over. Well, Green Lantern.
Oh yeah. That was a thing that happened.
And then he did a bunch of other movies that are really forgettable. And then he did Deadpool, came back, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
that's great. What are you going to follow it up with? And he followed it up with The Hitman's Bodyguard. You're like,
Ooh, that's right.
but now he's got Deadpool too.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's going on there.
I'm excited to see. Has he? So wait, he's producing this.
He has got a production company called Maximum Effort.
Got it.
Deadline reports Ryan
be
and his
confused with
production company
Maximum
Maximum
Corpus.
Effort have signed a 3-year first look deal with Fox, and the first project under the deal is reportedly a new live action take on the board game Clue. Reynolds will potentially star in the movie as well, which is based on the Hasbro board game of the same name. According to Deadline, Deadpool scribes Reese and Paul Wernick are currently in talks to pen the screenplay. Allspark Pictures, the film division of Hasbro, will also produce alongside Maximum Effort. Key takeaway from that, the motion picture side of Hasbro is called the Allspark. That is fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome.
would have known?
Hasbro, slow clap.
Nailed it.
All right. Next news story. This is a fun one. I'm sorry, this is not a fun one. This is not the one I thought was coming up, but this is the next one. Netflix lost $39 million after cutting ties with Kevin Spacey.
Yikes.
The actor has been cut out of the final season of House of Cards, and his Gore Vidal biopic has been scrapped. The story reads, in its fourth quarter earnings report released on Monday, the streamer revealed that it took an unexpected charge for unreleased content. Quote, we've decided not to move forward with. In November, Netflix announced that it would sever ties with the actor following several allegations of sexual assault. Production of On House of Cards has been suspended while the company came to a decision. I think it's since been unsuspended. I think they're actually going forward without him. The sixth and final season of the series is now expected to center around Robin Wright's character. At the time, the streamer also said that it would not move forward with a Gore Vidal biopic that was set to star Kevin Spacey. The film, which Spacey also produced, was in post-production when it was scrapped. Netflix also shelved the planned Louis C.K. stand-up special following sexual misconduct claims. Further, it cut Danny Masterson from the ranch following multiple rape allegations, though that decision does not appear to have contributed to the charge disclosed on Monday. Maybe the ranch was not a very big earner for them, but $39 million, not an insignificant amount of money.
Yeah, but I feel like if it was between cutting ties with Kevin Spacey or not moving forward with House of Cards, I feel like this is the
No, they made the right choice.
better
And
move.
again, with House of Cards, it's sad because the show was not the last season of the show. I was like, okay, we're getting close to the end here. So the fact that they get what they're giving the cast and crew, the people who have made this. I mean, House of Cards, you have to remember, is one of the OG. Like, hey, we're Netflix. We got awesome shit to offer as
That
an
and,
original
like,
piece
Orange
of
is the
content.
New Black.
Granted,
They're
it's
like
not
the
necessarily original. They stole it from the UK. We steal all good things from the UK, including your fucking actors. Oi, Governor, what's up?
Thanks for
what's
the
up,
office.
UK and Australia?
I appreciate you.
We're taking all your shameless. Also, we take everything from you guys and we make it in a more stupid and dumbed down version so that Americans can consume it. But you're welcome. But obviously, House of Cards has its place amongst the sort of pantheon of original programming at Netflix, and so the fact that they can keep it going is great. I think it's great for Robin Wright also, who is by far and away the standout star of that fucking thing. And so that's good. The Gore Vidal biopic,
I don't really care.
whatever. You know,
I'm
at least
not
Mark
particularly
Wahlberg stepped in to save all the money in the world. You know what I mean?
That's true. Speaking of all the money in the world.
Did you guys report on that? That he
No.
gave the money back?
Oh no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was a big story last week. Was he got slammed because all of his cast and
I
crew
do
members,
remember that.
and really Scott even went on record on the business saying everyone came back for free. And then the story comes out and says Mark Wahlberg got paid $1.5 million for the reshoots, and Michelle Williams got paid like a small stipend of like
We talked
50
about
grand.
that for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think we talked about the money coming
No,
back.
he actually donated it to the Time's Up movement. So basically
Well,
the charity.
Good on him for that.
Well, didn't have much of a choice.
I know.
When you look like
I
a
mean,
big
he could
misogynistic
have.
piece of shit,
He could
because
have
everyone's
stepped
like the
in.
wage gap, he's like, I'm just gonna give this. He probably could have waited a week and everyone would have forgot about it, but I think it was the right thing to do. Well, the right thing to do, I don't know that there's a right or wrong on this one, right? Like, part of me says, get you paid, get that Skrilla.
Yeah.
You know, you deserve what you're able to get paid. But also, it's just if your whole cast and crew is like, hey, we're gonna rally because this is an unprecedented amount, like series of events that has led to this.
Yeah,
It's just a bad look.
I agree.
I don't know how we got.
But
on
you
that
know
topic.
what is really cool about
What's
all
that?
the money in the world?
What's that?
Christopher Plummer nominated.
He is nominated, and he deserves it because he is fucking phenomenal in that movie. It's weird to think that Kevin Spacey was going to be that role. I don't think he would have done as well.
Oh yeah.
For one thing, Christopher Plummer is older, and the role is for an elderly person.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey's not that.
He's not. He's
old.
in his probably late 50s,
early 60s.
early
or something like
60s.
that.
And he doesn't. I don't think he would have done as good a job as Christopher Plummer. Christopher Plummer just has that sort of like old school.
He's nailed that kind of character.
Character that I think is just perfect casting for that. Let's see what people are saying in the chat.
What are people?
Miniside says, how was Mark a POS, a piece of shit? He wasn't a piece of shit. He just has agents that are really aggressive and asked for a lot of money for reshoots when everyone else in the cast didn't. And everyone else in the cast came back for scale and for a little stipend of per diem to do those reshoots. And Mark Wahlberg said, I know that these people are in a tough spot. Let's ask for as much money as possible. And he got paid $1.5 million.
business side.
It is the business side. Again, I'm not criticizing him for getting after that money. I just think that your agents and your management team are responsible for your overall brand.
Yeah.
And from a brand standpoint, it wasn't the best look when that news broke.
Yeah.
Of, hey, you got paid, the guy got paid a lot of money, the girl got paid nothing. Now, I don't think it has anything to do with the wage gap at all. I think that's misreporting on the part of the Hollywood Reporter and like Variety. I think they took that story and kind of pushed it over to, hey, let's find another hot button topic. I think the real story is that, hey, if everyone on the team is agreeing to do something and you're not, that makes you the outlier. Let's explore that.
I agree. Yeah, because if every other actor that would have come back except for Michelle Williams would have gotten these crazy reshoot, not stipends. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Well, you just, pay. They just got reshoot pay.
Then that would be something
That'd be
because
something.
it was everybody and Mark. Yeah,
And let's be perfectly honest, had it been Michelle Williams that got paid $1.5 million and everyone else didn't, the story would have been the same in my book. Hey, come on. Especially given the fact that what that money eventually went toward.
Yeah.
Which is, this big movement that's happening in Hollywood right now. All right. That's the negative news. Let's go into fun news. The
My
full
favorite
list
news.
of the Oscar nominations are out. This again comes from Higan.com, which I believe is how it's pronounced in Spanish.
do you miss that?
What?
Portillo barking every time the doorbell rings.
I sure don't.
I
sure
forget
don't.
that used to be like a staple of every single.
Well, he's the protector of this house, even though his tail's wagging and he's having fun.
He's like, oh, maybe it's something for me. Maybe it's a bark box.
It's probably not a bark
Portillo.
box, Portillo. Don't even say that. He knows what those are.
No. Portillo? Shh. There you go.
Hey,
We know that you're here.
we're gonna get you pancakes. Why do you smell like pancakes? Did you feed him pancakes? this
No.
morning? Don't feed him pancakes.
why
Get
would
away
I
from
feed
the
him pancakes?
electrical wires. All right. Looking at the full list, I want to talk about a few things here in the
Okay.
Academy Awards. One, I want to go through the full list. We'll make some predictions of what we want to win. By predictions, I'm going to tell you what I want to win. I haven't seen probably 30% of the movies nominated, which I intend to before we do our Oscar watching party, which is still happening, by the way. So tune in to us for the red carpet event beforehand, and then we'll do a watch along with the Oscars this year. Me and Joey are spearheading this. We're gonna dress up, lots of cocktails, shenanigans. I want to do themed rooms, where like that's the green room, so anyone who doesn't want to be on camera can go in there. But we're still gonna put a camera on them. Maybe they know about it. Maybe they don't.
Maybe they don't.
I also want to do red carpet right here. So anytime anyone comes in, we have to get up and interview them. I think it's gonna be great.
We can set up the barbecue cam outside.
That's what I'm saying.
So that everyone has to
Oh,
parade
That's what I'm
through.
saying. That's what I'm
This is
saying.
gonna be so
Then I
fun.
gotta
I'm
come
so
through.
excited about this.
We got to get our wish list of people together and start reaching out ASAP.
Okay.
Am I coming?
Okay.
What?
Everything, every time. Yes.
You're always invited.
You
Making
are.
sure.
Listen.
You are a staple.
Here's me. All right. I'm a bird. I'm like an eagle, and I'm flying right now.
You're fine.
Right. I'm flying. What do I? But the one thing I need to stay in the air, my friend, is wind. And you are that wind.
Oh, shit.
You are the wind beneath my wings, my friend. You are the thing that is keeping me flying and soaring. When I start to falter a little bit, when I get tired, I'm like, my stupid fucking bird wings are just not flapping as fast. You blow harder. You get under me and you blow harder.
Hell yeah.
You see what I'm saying, sir?
Yeah, I see you.
That's what I'm saying. You are everywhere. For one thing, Cool Greg, for the rest of my life, just assume you're invited to everything I do until I tell you otherwise.
I appreciate that so
Okay?
much. I'm gonna take
Assume
you up
the
on that.
invite's there. Okay?
Just like
Date
a
night on
standing
Wednesday
invite.
nights. The other day, but I had a thing on the calendar. I was like dinner with Matt, and Cool Greg just went in there and put "and Cool Greg" in parentheses.
Okay, I saw that.
And
I was
after,
like, oh,
for a
that's
second,
cool.
I was like, "Did I invite Cool Greg to go out to dinner with us?" And I looked over and he just went, "Eh," and I was like, "Maybe I did invite him. I don't know." That's pretty. Okay, let's go through this list
amazing.
of. This is from Joe Screbbles. Yada yada yada. Let's just scroll down here. Starting with Best Picture. Call Me by Your Name. Did not
Yes.
see it. Darkest Hour. No one saw it.
Which one is Darkest Hour?
Exactly. It's the Gary Oldman movie about he's playing what's his name, Winston Churchill.
Oh yeah.
When London's getting bombed.
Not
No one
gonna
saw
be-
it.
not gonna be on my list,
I don't know.
sorry.
Dunkirk, which I'll be honest, I don't know that it necessarily belongs to the Best Picture list, but
Yeah.
it's Chris Nolan. He's got that lineage. That's my opinion of it. I like the movie a lot, but it's a cool experience. I don't know necessarily you put it up against Get Out and Lady Bird and Phantom Thread.
The Shape of Water too.
In Shape of Water. I mean, here's the deal. I haven't seen Lady Bird yet.
Oh, you have
Need
to see it. I will go see it with you. It's so good.
I need to see that. I need to see Shape of Water, which my wife saw without me last weekend because I was in LA and I was like, do you want to just wait an hour and like see it at 2 o'clock? She's like, that's too late. I'll see it at noon.
I saw it while I was in Austin with Jackie and Alfredo.
What'd you think?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, a lot of people really like that.
Really well shot.
3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
That is the
also
top
got
of my
nominated.
need to see list.
I haven't seen that either. So out of the movies that I have seen, I've seen The Phantom Thread, The Post, Dunkirk, and Get Out.
Did you like The Post?
No,
Really?
I didn't care for it.
I thought it was.
I thought it was a well-made movie.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I saw it and I was like, this is gonna get nominated for an Academy Award.
Yeah.
And I just know it's going to because it's
Yeah.
Spielberg and it's Meryl Streep and it's Tom Hanks and
Thanks.
it represents all the old school filmmaking that I'm like,
We need to move forward.
it's not that it's bad. It's just
Yeah.
that I'm like, it's just it feels like it's stuck in a specific time period, and that
Yeah.
time period is the mid to late '90s, and I'm like, do we need this? Also, I thought they used a lot of like Spielberg-esque techniques in it to really hype up all the tension, and I was just like, this is not working for me.
Yeah.
But it's probably because I'm old and I'm jaded and I've seen way too many Spielberg movies. But I just, I also didn't like the way it was shot very well. Like it's Janusz Kaminski, which is like, he shot everything. He shot fucking Saving Private Ryan, for Christ's sake. And I just thought that there was, I don't know. I don't want to render too many criticisms against it because I know a lot of people liked it, and this is not what this is all about. But
That's kind of like
it's interesting to see the post there. Phantom Thread is a movie that I think, it's one of those movies you watch and you're like, again, this is totally designed to be Best Picture nominated.
like a little pandering to the Academy.
No, it's just Paul Thomas Anderson. Every time he makes a movie, it's like paint by numbers as far as like, I don't want to say paint by numbers, but it's definitely like, That's if you saw that movie, you'd be like, yeah, this is definitely gonna get nominated because this is the same art film that's kind of quasi boring but beautifully made, but has great acting, but is also kind of boring and like really deep, but I don't get most of it. You know?
Plus, it's like Daniel Day-Lewis too, which
Who
I
was
feel
phenomenal.
Like,
Who was phenomenal in
feel
this.
like
The
he's-
cast is great. It's shot beautifully. The story is actually it's interesting,
Yeah.
but it's very nuanced. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not used to watching a lot of nuanced films. It takes
it.
a specific amount of like, this is going to play out very slowly.
Yeah. You have
over
to
the
be in the
span
right
of the next
mood and
2.5
mindset.
hours. And it is going to be phenomenal acting, phenomenal storytelling,
Yeah.
all subtext, very little dialogue, a lot of looking back and forth at each other, which is great. It's beautiful and it's beautifully done.
Yeah.
It is a master class in acting if
Yeah.
you watch this. And Paul Thomas Anderson did the one thing that I love, which is he cast Daniel Day-Lewis, and I don't know any other people.
Yeah.
Now I'm sure that all these people are very well known
But
in the
that's
UK
the
and other
big
places,
name.
but he's the big name and he disappears in that role. I was talking mad shit about him. Sorry, Kevin, I guess I was talking mad shit about him before. I was like, he's such an actor. He was a cobbler for 3 years to prepare for this role or whatever. I'm talking shit to my wife like crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's so overplayed, Daniel Day-Lewis, whatever. And then about 20 minutes in the film, I was like, oh shit, that's Daniel Day-Lewis.
You
I
just
totally
don't-
forgot.
yeah.
He
He
is
is one of
actually
those-
able to disappear, unlike Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep, that are, you might as well just call the characters Tom and Meryl
Yeah.
in the post. Kevin, what's up?
I was just gonna ask Joe, you wanna watch it on with a movie pass?
This one?
Yeah.
The Phantom Thread? Not really. I would much rather go see 3 Billboards or
We should
Call Me
definitely
by
watch
Your
the
Name.
Billboard, but I don't know if it's up anywhere.
I'm pretty sure it still is.
The General 19 says, Nick, I hate most of your takes already, but now you decide to say Phantom Thread is paint by numbers.
We're getting.
It's not
You're
paint by
gonna
numbers.
catch up, and you're gonna maybe.
It's
be
not
less
paint by
than that.
numbers. It's a beautifully, beautifully, beautifully made film. Phantom Thread. Beautifully made. But it is the type of film that you know is going to be nominated. It's like designed to be nominated
Yeah.
for an Academy Award. It's definitely see it in the theaters. It is by all accounts, it's shot beautifully.
Yeah.
The acting is stunning. Halfway through, I almost fell asleep. That's all I'm saying. Granted, I did recommend that everyone watch The House, starring Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler yesterday. So juxtapose those two ideas in your brain, and you can judge me accordingly. I give you the ability to, here, I bequeath upon you the ability to judge me. Go. Go.
Have fun,
Do I like fun over substance?
maybe. But
No,
still,
not
you
100% I do.
won't watch-
100% I
You
do.
still won't watch Grease 2, Nicholas.
Nobody likes Grease 2.
That's not true. I get a lot of tweets about Grease 2 now. Between Grease 2 and Stardew Valley, I feel like I'm building my brain pretty solidly.
There you go. Mystery Yasman 300 said, Nick is right about the post. Everyone I know who saw it say it only got nominated because of Spielberg in the cast. Again, I think that definitely helps. You guys have to remember also when things get nominated, they don't get nominated out of the blue, right?
Yeah.
These production companies allocate money to go and campaign for these nominations.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a little bit of, hey, I'm Steven Spielberg. I'm going to hang out with you. Like you're going to get, please nominate this movie. They're not 100% merit based. Is all everyone has to know about the Academy Awards.
There's always the
Mm-hmm.
background
Well, I mean, you've got
politicalness of the, not politicalness in the sense of, but like interpersonal.
It's politics. It's
yeah.
definitely politics, right? People campaign hard. They
Yeah.
put a lot of dollars, millions of dollars into going into winning an Academy Award because they know it'll pay off in dividends when you get to say Academy Award winning movie,
yeah.
Academy Award nominated, whatever.
For sure.
For whatever reason, there's value in that. But it's nice to see movies like Get Out and Lady Bird on this list.
Yeah.
Right. Get Out. I saw Get Out and I was like, that was a fucking phenomenal movie. It didn't even occur to me that a movie in that genre could be nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, I rewatched it over Christmas break, and I was like, and I think this was like the 3rd or the 4th time I've seen it, and it's still like, you still are able to pick up on new things, and just the way that the whole thing was scripted and the whole world was built. I was like, Jordan Peele, man,
Hey, coming up.
let
in the
him
world.
do everything.
Who would have
in my
thought? Who would have
opinion.
thought? Of course, Lady Bird, awesome. Greta Gerwig nominated as well for Best Director. Going into the Best Director list, we've got Chris Nolan. This is a fucking stacked list. Stacked list. You want to talk about this? Christopher Nolan up against Jordan Peele for Get Out, Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, which I still gotta fucking see.
so
P.T. Anderson for Phantom Thread, and one Guillermo del Toro for The Shape of Water, which, by the way, fucking cleaned up this year on nominations.
I know.
13 total nominations, making the most, I think, out of any picture, which is
Yeah.
great. That's actually really good, too, because in past, when you see a picture get nominated, like, I think it was like Wolf of Wall Street got nominated for like 17 Academy
Yeah.
Awards, you're like, well, fuck. It doesn't leave a lot of space for variety.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So out of this, I mean, this is going to be a cool this is going to be a great category to see who gets picked out of this.
I'd be totally fine with Jordan Peele, Greta Gerwig, or Guillermo del Toro.
Okay. I want Guillermo del Toro to win one. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, because he's...
Not having seen Lady Bird, I've seen the rest of these. I got to see Lady Bird, I got to see Shape of Water, but I love Guillermo del Toro. He's just so lovable.
Has he been Best Director yet or no?
I don't believe so. I think Pan's Labyrinth got nominated, but I think it was a foreign film nomination back then.
Oh,
because it was technically, it was subtitled. So I don't know. I don't think he's ever been. I don't know. Mr. Yasman 300 will let us know in the chat. Yasman, it's you have to tell us whether or not Guillermo del Toro has ever been nominated for something right now. Yeah. I could look it up right now, but there's not enough time.
Because going into like the back end side of all of these nominations and stuff like that, this is the first nomination for Greta Gerwig and Jordan Peele. So.
Which is awesome. And
it's
also,
totally
it's worth noting, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but like, look at how this is probably the most diverse group of people ever nominated for Best Director.
Which is awesome.
Which is great, right? And a lot of people, obviously, with the last couple of years of controversy, Oscars so white, there's been the Golden Globes, Natalie Portman bashing all the male directors and Best Picture nominations for being male. It's great to see that we have progressed to this point, whether by hook or by crook. Notwithstanding, it's still cool to see that I can look at this list and go, I can get behind all of these directors being nominated for this. Yeah. Not having seen Lady Bird and not having seen Shape of Water, but hearing feedback from other people on it, I think that this is a good list of people. Now, Greta Gerwig, dude, if she wins, holy shit for her career, that's awesome.
Yeah, my mom has been sending me a lot of stuff because the Lady Bird set in Sacramento. I went to an all-girls high school in Sacramento, so it hits very close to home. And she, like, the all-girls school that it's based on has stuff. And, like, Sacramento is very proud of Greta Gerwig. And I'm very excited to see her on this list.
It's a good list. I can get behind that. So going down, let's go into the leading role category here. I went too far down. Hold on. Where am I?
Come back.
Hold on. Best actor in a leading role: Timothy Chalamet. Call Me by Your Name. Did not see that movie. Still have to see that.
He's also in Lady Bird.
Daniel Day-Lewis for Phantom Thread. Spoilers: he's going to win because he was fucking amazing in that movie. Even though I almost fell asleep halfway through it. He's really good. Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out. I can never say his last name.
I don't know how to say it either. I don't know that I've ever heard it said like in an interview or something, so maybe I need to go look.
I gotta go look at it. Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. Did not see it, so don't know. I'm sure Gary Oldman was great, but whatever. And Denzel Washington for Roman J. Israel Esquire, which is, I have never heard of that film. I had no idea Denzel Washington was still acting. So,
I
talk about marketing dollars. Put a couple more
name,
marketing dollars behind that for me.
But I don't know anything about it. Mr. Yasman 300 said Del Toro got nominated for original script in foreign film for Pan's Labyrinth, but not for director. So
there you go.
There we go.
Thank you, Yasman. Going down the list a little bit more for best actress in a leading role: Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water. I think she might. I mean, from what I've heard,
she's real
she
good.
might be a front runner.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Real good.
Let's put it this way: when you play a mute character and you're still that good.
Yeah, it was incredible.
You got awesome. Of course, Frances McDormand,
who I've also heard totally like owns that role.
She's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
she's awesome. Margot Robbie, I, Tonya. Now I haven't seen The Shape of Water, but I, Tonya, Margot Robbie and I, Tonya was amazing. Amazing.
That's also on my list.
She could easily be
very many places anymore.
Oh, you got to go watch it. It's so good.
It's playing, I think, at Century 20 now. I, Tonya.
3 Billboards is playing there too, so we can go see it.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm in.
Saoirse Ronan for Lady Bird and Meryl Streep for The Post. This is a strong category as well.
Yeah. Plus,
hard to pick between all of those.
Did you ever watch the movie Brooklyn that came out a few years ago?
No, I never saw that. That's Saoirse Ronan, right?
Yeah, she was really good in that too. I feel like I'm excited to see what she does.
She's a really
forward.
good actor.
Yeah.
She's a really good actor. Best Supporting Actor: Willem Dafoe, The Florida Project, which Tim has been extolling the virtues of.
That's on my list too.
Woody Harrelson for 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. Richard Jenkins for The Shape of Water. Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World. That's going to be hard to beat him.
Yeah.
He was fucking great. And Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
I just love Sam Rockwell so much that I want him to win because he's been good in so many things.
Woody Harrelson is fucking amazing in 3 Billboards.
Really?
I fucking love him. He plays a slightly different role where he's more comical in roles that I've seen him. In this one, he's got that comedy aspect to him, but he definitely plays a more serious role.
Is it more of like the True Detective-y, like
he's like
serious kind of thing? Like that thing? No?
No, I mean, I didn't watch True Detective.
Oh,
no,
interesting.
I'm going to watch it eventually, but I'm going to watch season 2 first.
Oh, we've had
The
this conversation.
The experiment. It's still happening.
Okay, we're gonna take a comment real quick. Industrial86 says, LOL, Nick, it's pronounced Sear Shah. I said Sear She. The fucking name is not spelled like that in any way, shape, or imagination.
Irish names, man.
Okay? So, just putting it out there. Give me a break here. Sear Shah, Ronan. Sear Shah. I'll remember it for next time because I've been embarrassed now by Industrial Light and Magic 86 there in the fucking chat. Jesus Christ, people. I'm doing the best. No, he doesn't. It's not. It just says Industrial 86. I put the Light and Magic on it because I'm crazy like that. All right, let's keep going down the list real quick. We won't do every category, but I do want to get to Best Supporting Actress, which is Mary J. Blige from Mudbound, which I haven't seen.
I've heard really good things about it,
but it got quite a few nominations. Allison Janney for I, Tonya, Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread, Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird, and Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water. That's going to be a hard one.
Really good too.
This is going to be a hard one to pick between. If I had to vote, having not seen Lady Bird or The Shape of Water, Allison Janney, I said it before, probably the best actor on the fucking planet.
Really?
She's so good in I, Tonya. So good.
God, I really want to see that movie. We're fucking up lately.
You guys got to see I, Tonya.
Francis McDormand?
Fucking Christ.
I have not seen 3 Billboards, but I will say this. The character that Allison Janney plays in I, Tonya.
Watch it first.
Wait, better than who?
In case you can't, you can't.
Well, no,
see
but
this.
they're in different
They're different categories.
They're different categories.
Andrea Renee just threw the curtains in exasperation of not seeing 3 Billboards yet.
Hard.
What?
She threw them real hard.
I know.
She really did. A couple more notable categories, and then we can discuss amongst ourselves.
Best special effects.
We're not going to go into that, but congratulations.
Why?
Because it's too far down the list, and I don't want to, because I have other things that I want to do on the show. Congratulations to Paula. She got nominated for an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. Is that what you wanted me to say?
You're over, B.
Fair enough. The best original screenplay. I wanted to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Here's the category: The Big Sick, Get Out, Lady Bird, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri.
Gosh.
I love that The Big Sick is on this list.
I know.
Okay,
Get Out's there.
for a couple reasons. Get Out's great too, but the reason I like The Big Sick is because it is, I think, the second nomination for Amazon Studios, and that's a pretty big deal. When you consider that Netflix got its first nomination with Mudbound this year, actually few nominations.
Yeah.
So that's the first time one of its original movies has actually been nominated. Before it got nominated for a documentary series that it brought to the platform, but they didn't produce that.
It wasn't
Mudbound nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, and it's got I think Mary J. Blige's for Best Supporting Actress.
That's right.
Big Sick, Best Original Screenplay. That's pretty fucking cool. I'm surprised that movie wasn't higher on other lists.
Me too, because
Holly Hunter, I think, could have gotten nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Ray Romano was so good too.
Ray Romano's great.
That's so good.
Best Original Screenplay, I think it's great. I personally think it could have been up on the Best Picture list.
It's on my top 5 for the year, so I wouldn't have been upset by that by any means. I think this year just had so many good movies.
It's good movies.
It's been a good year for movies, been a good year for games. All of these categories, I don't see any of them, or too many of them, having like one runaway, like, this is going to clean house on every single category, like on every section, because there's so many that were good across the board.
Just looking. Some people are
what's
saying
your
the
pick
stream is
here?
a little choppy, Kev. I don't know if we can do something for that. Is it dropping out a little bit?
What would be your pick for
a screenplay? I mean, for original screenplay, I would have to pick Big Sick, but I haven't seen Lady Bird or Shape of Water. I haven't seen most of the movies in this category, so I don't get an opinion on this, unfortunately. But the next notable category, it's also worth noting, by the way, that this next notable category, this is interesting as well. Best Adapted Screenplay, Call Me By Your Name, The Disaster Artist, Logan. Nominated for an Academy Award.
A comic book movie.
That's exciting.
For Best Adapted Screenplay. Now, a lot of people were wondering right around the award season buzz whether or not Logan was going to get nominated.
Yeah.
And for one thing, I think it absolutely should have. I think that it could have gotten nominated for a lot of different categories, but I'm happy to see this make the list because we're winning. Nerds are winning. Do you understand me?
We're coming for you.
We are coming at you hard as nails, son.
That's right.
Yeah, Logan is. I thought it was a phenomenal film. I thought it was the first superhero movie that I've seen that's actually been treated like a real film. Obviously, James Mangold and Cass agree. And to seeing it on an Academy Awards list is freaking awesome.
It's exciting, yeah.
Do I think it's going to win against Mudbound, Molly's Game, The Disaster Artist, Call Me By Your Name? No. If it does, I will lose my shit and I will pray to the god of Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I wonder. Is this the only thing that the disaster artist is nominated for?
I think so. Unfortunately, James Franco has not made any lists for Best Actor. Of course, I think he got nominated and won a Golden Globe for Disaster Artist, right, for Best Actor.
I think so.
And then the controversy hit, and he has been since, I think, removed from the running of some of these things. So yeah, I think that's the only place the Disaster Artist comes up that I know of. But it's also worth noting, and this is
a good place for, if it's going to come up anywhere, I feel like this makes the most sense.
I agree. It's interesting too, as far as if you want to go back to talking about diversity. Best Adapted Screenplay, Mudbound. This is the first African American woman ever nominated for writing.
Ooh.
I know, so that's a first. There's a couple firsts for women in this that I think are worth noting. That's one. Number two, if we scroll down to Best Cinematography, Mudbound cinematographer Rachel Morrison has gotten nominated as well.
Ooh.
She is the first ever female nominated for a cinematography award at the Academy Awards.
That's...
When over 92, what is this, the 90th Academy Awards?
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
It's crazy, but it's really cool. It's really cool that she did that. It's really cool that, I mean, being first in anything is awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that it took this long, notwithstanding.
That's not
you could look at it from two different ways.
Exactly.
You can go, hey, the Academy Awards are terrible because they never had a woman nominated, or hey, we're progressing.
Yeah.
It's not a massive win. It's not equality across the board 1-to-1, but this is really cool to see. And you have to take steps. And this is a great step forward as far as like the actual technical art that goes into. Because for a lot of people don't know, but I just don't. I would wager to guess. I don't have scientific facts on this, but that the amount of women versus men as directors of photography is very small.
Yeah,
very small.
And I think that's like where this whole issue kind of goes back to of like, why don't we have more women in these roles? And just the nominations isn't the whole thing. It's like you have to go back and
but here's why
deconstruct
why this is important. A, because I haven't seen the
backwards.
film, but a lot of people say that the artistry that went into it is good.
Yeah.
Right? So she deserves to be nominated. And B, when you see someone on stage who looks like you and is your same gender who is doing that role, it encourages you to go out and do it.
Oh, I could do that.
Right. So that's why these awards are important. That's why having that discussion and pushing that progress forward is important.
Yeah.
Sometimes they miss the mark, sometimes they don't miss the mark, but it's cool to see that. Do I think she's going to win against Roger Deakins, who is the all-time most nominated cinematographer who made my favorite movie of last year? No, I don't think so. And I don't know, I haven't seen Mudbound, but I'm sorry. I'm die-hard ride or die Blade Runner 2049, and the technique that went into making that movie I think is probably a lot harder than Mudbound, so we'll see what happens. That to me is the front runner. Of course, The Shape of Water could win as well. I heard a podcast about how all the shit they had to pull to actually make that movie because they only had $19 million.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we really needed $50 million.
The aesthetic of that movie was fucking awesome.
Well, you know that
really
none of the
cool.
stuff was filmed underwater, right?
Oh yeah.
That's really cool.
Ridiculous.
They had to fill it with fog.
Yeah, they had to go. He's like, I had to go old school when he was like a VFX supervisor back in the day. He was like, you couldn't film underwater because it's super expensive, so they would use fans and they would put the bubbles in.
That's
they would put
crazy.
like particles of smoke and stuff in
Yeah.
there, and then they would put bubbles in digitally later, and that's what it looked like.
For cinematography, I think Shape of Water and Blade Runner.
Both have such a fucking awesome
aesthetic.
feel to the movie.
Wait, which one? Sorry.
Blade Runner and Shape of Water for cinematography.
I mean Dunkirk. One could argue could be in the running as well, because some of the photography in that is stunning, but it's also. You got to look at how the cinematography tells a story in the whole.
Yeah.
Dunkirk is all cinematography. That's why I say that it might win, because there's no story in Dunkirk. Zero. There's no real character development either. It's not about that. It is about literally experiencing what it felt to be trapped on that fucking island and how horrible it was not to be able to get off and how terrible war is. And they really got that across in that. Also, they got this across. I'm on him. He's on me. Yes. I'm in a plane now.
Yeah.
You can't see my face until the very end when instead of landing and getting out, I was captured. For no fucking reason. It's dumb, but it tells the story of war. In war, there are sacrifices. Time to go mobile and fly.
Well, the movie, like his character.
No, because who cares?
Right?
It's not about that.
It's still an IMAX.
Well, there you go. Go
Is
see
it really?
It was like 2 weeks ago.
That's
You
crazy.
should go watch it.
No, I'm good.
Okay, best visual effects category. I said I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah!
I'm gonna do it. Best production design. We'll go through all of them. Best production design: Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, War for the Planet of the Apes. That's a thick fucking category for best visual effects. Sorry. Scroll back up to production design. Sorry.
Really
Interesting.
fucking tough, man. I didn't realize it was nominated for that.
So for production design, we've got Beauty and the Beast, Blade Runner 2049, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Shape of Water, giving that to Blade Runner. Although it might get Beauty and the Beast because Beauty and the Beast was
Still
stunningly
never
made.
finished that.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
pretty for production design of
See, I
like
don't
the
know what that
whole
means.
category. Production design is like art direction basically. Someone comes in and says, "I'm going to be in charge of the overall look of everything that's happening here, working with the
I
camera
feel like that
department
might
to do
be
all
the
the
Shape of
sets, all
Water.
the things."
Yeah, I
Shape
can
of Water
see
might win as well.
taking
Yeah.
that one. But also, I haven't seen Dunkirk, but I just assumed that they nailed it.
Yeah.
I feel like Dunkirk probably looked exactly like
Dunkirk is like
War.
Dunkirk is like Saving Private Ryan,
Yeah.
but just the kind of first scene played over and over and over again a bunch of times.
But like that
That's
scene
not
With
sound
50
like-
different characters
Didn't
that
it,
all
like,
look exactly
change
alike,
shape
and you
up?
have no idea who anyone is.
Isn't
It's
that one scene in Saving Private Ryan
yeah,
change
yeah.
how war
15
movies?
years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
15 years ago it did it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You made a solid point.
Yeah.
Solid point.
No, Dunkirk's good. But again, Dunkirk, go watch Dunkirk. It is not a traditional film. And it's not supposed to be. At no point did they sit down and go, we really want to nail the character arc of the blind kid on the fucking boat, right?
The blind kid on the boat?
Sorry, I'm spoiling this whole movie
Dude,
for you.
boats are fucking dangerous as shit. That's not
Sorry,
a place
spoilers,
like,
bro.
Especially in the war.
There's weird elements of Dunkirk. I liked it. It's not my favorite Nolan film. By far. But again, it's not much of it's not a narrative film. It's more
Got me.
you gotta
an
see it in
experience.
IMAX. You gotta see it in
Cordy,
IMAX.
get out of there.
Where is he?
I don't know, behind the wall.
He's fine. If he pees back there, we'll never smell it. Going back to best visual effects, that's Blade Runner 2049, Guardians of the Galaxy, Kong Skull Island, Star Wars: The Last Jedi, War for the Planet. Jesus Christ, anyone's game on that one.
Kong Skull Island sucked
I never finished.
as a movie.
Taking out Kong Skull Island, because I didn't particularly care for that
Yeah,
as well
I
as a movie. I would say from a visual effects standpoint, I mean, it was great. The effects were great in that. War for the Planet of the Apes is probably going to win that, though.
Those monkeys look so damn
They look so
Yeah.
fucking real. They're so good.
Sorry, those apes.
There's some monkeys in it too, I think.
Are there?
Yeah, I think so. Those are the chimps. Or chimpanzees monkeys?
I think that they're great apes. Part of the great ape familia.
Yeah.
think-
It was really good. That movie was one of the first. I liked Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Whatever the one that came before that was. The first one I was like, this is okay. The second one I was like, they cast the dude from Terminator Genesis, and I'm not a huge fan of that guy. This one I watched and I was like, holy shit, this is actually a really fucking good movie.
Plus it
and
has
it's
your
and it's
favorite.
very difficult to watch all animated things
Yeah.
and not be Uncanny Valley, but they nailed that in this. And I think for that and that alone, they should probably get the Academy Award.
Yeah.
Granted, Blade Runner 2049 is great, but don't give him the visual effects team.
No.
Just give it to Roger Deakins so he can take all the credit for it.
But
There you go.
The Last Jedi had that weird monster with the green
Spoilers?
milk.
Oh, it had a great part with green milk,
So,
where it went like
I mean,
this.
that looked terrifying. You know what I mean? Like that haunts my dreams now.
Yeah, it also had that
don't
really
know that
dirty
that's-
kind of butthole-looking hole that was like kind of hairy coming out of it,
Oh, yeah,
which I
yeah.
thought was great. It really made me.
watching
It
it,
really
I
made me
was
think.
like,
Hey, thank God we're not in the '70s anymore. That's what that made me think. Okay, we're not going to go into
Jesus.
any more of these. If you guys are,
Can we talk about the fact that Boss Baby is nominated and how that?
can we talk about the fact that Boss Baby's nominated and is going to get everything is going to get slammed by Coco? Coco's going to win.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
best
it's-
animated.
For sure, and I
What
hope
are the other options for best animated?
Well, let's look at them, Kev.
Ferdinand.
I can fuck off.
No. It's good. This is one of the
What else
categories I
they
wanted to look at. The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, which I've never heard of, Ferdinand, which
either.
kind of came and went, Loving Vincent, which is that Vincent Van Gogh, like all hand-drawn animated
That's
movie,
insane.
which
Which looks cool.
might win.
That's fucking crazy. Like that's doing something I've never heard of before.
Yeah,
a
but-
Yeah.
fully painted movie.
It's pretty cool, but I haven't seen it, so I can't comment on that. Out of the list, I started watching The Boss Baby for 5 seconds. I was like, I don't like this movie. Coco
Really, that
made me
seems
cry.
like a Nick movie. No,
The beginning of it's weird.
Oh,
It
I've
takes
n-
too long to get into.
got it.
Boss Baby did really well. for
They're
how
making
bad
another
it was.
one.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're making another one.
Yeah, whatever. DreamWorks is gonna fucking close out
Yeah.
soon.
Well, there you go. All right,
terrible.
it's 11:50. Andrew is here. I'm scared of her. So that's going to wrap it up for the news. Let us know what you guys think should and shouldn't win. Let us know what you guys still have yet to see, and let me know if you think I'm crazy that hole in Star Wars: The Last Jedi kind of looked.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop. You fucking
Okay. Let us know that when you guys get on
looks
YouTube. Let's go into some tips real quick. It's funny. I've done this show about 1,000 times. Still have no idea how the flow goes.
There's a lot. I feel like it's hard because we get caught up in the topic.
Yeah.
Because you do a very good job of picking good topics of the show, and we get very into it and excited.
Thank you.
And then that gets distracting from.
Well, I like that we
can
sit and talk about a deep dive topic every once in a while. Big old Kev can come and sit there, and we can all talk about movies.
Yeah.
You coming to the Academy Award watching party?
Hell yeah, we're wearing tuxes?
Hell yeah.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Are we really wearing
Yes, I legitimately want to carve out a little bit of budget for all of us to go rent stuff. Like, I want you to do Rent the Runway and do whatever you want. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to be wearing all blue crushed velvet.
Just, you
Like, was it Ryan Gosling that did all blue?
Yes, there's that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Blurbs has given us a tip and said, I live in Lafayette, Louisiana. The city Tom Segura was making fun of. Personally, I thought it was really funny. If you're going to watch stand-up, you need to be able to laugh at yourself sometimes. Sure. Yes, everyone's got an opinion now, and everyone is entitled to their opinion, and sometimes opinions miss the mark. And I think a lot of the hate thrown Tom Segura's way from people in Louisiana, I don't think was warranted, but had he made fun of California like that, I would have been like, ha 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 ha. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of the perils that you just have to get used to doing what we do, especially since I am my foray into stand-up has made me oddly aware of all the criticisms that can come. Look, you're gonna say stuff sometimes that people disagree with. You gotta be willing to take that heat. And that's the clip that people will pull when I self-destruct 2 years from now.
And be like,
no, Nick, we won't let that happen.
No, I know. Kevin
We'll
just puts me on
destroy
ketamine sometimes. He just puts
all
ketamine in my
that.
coffee. He's like, go to sleep,
No,
go to sleep, go to
I've never
sleep,
done that.
go to sleep.
There's no proof of me ever doing that.
Alex, a.k.a. Koi NC says, hey, just wanted to say, I asked for good luck yesterday for some interviews, and well, I got the job. Yay!
hey!
I am now going to be teaching in Hong Kong. I'm originally from the UK. Thanks for the wishes. Right on, man.
Nice.
Congratulations. DJ Kento Hart says, okay, real fun clip. Kevin needs to go watch this clip. If he doesn't like it, he will take it and throw it at Cool Greg. He gave us one other clip and said, today's fun clip, the IGN video team's road trip video starring a young Nick Scarpino. We have played that before. Wow.
I don't know what that is.
Play it one more time. I don't think we can play this one. I don't think we can show this one on Twitch, guys. All right, fair. Let me see it one more time.
I just think it's kind of gross. But
That's super gross.
Yeah, show the people.
Show the people. Fuck
You
it.
can see this, but it's just gross.
We got my father-in-law one of
gently
those for
buffs away
his birthday one
calluses,
time.
dry your dead skin, and gets rid of rough patches
doesn't
in
matter.
seconds.
We're totally
We're
fine
getting
with
it.
that.
Okay.
That's gross.
All right. Thank you, DJ
I don't know
Kento,
if
for
that's-
ruining my
I don't
life.
know if that's fun.
Clip? How do we decide? What's the verdict on that?
No, that's not a fun clip.
DJ Kento.
But this road trip video is a fun clip.
Oh, this is a baby
We've showed this
Tyroo,
before. We've showed this
Baby
before.
Baradon.
This is my first ever, I think it was my first or
Baby
second ever
Nick?
trip to E3. I think this was first trip to E3. This is when we got there on a weekend, loaded everything into 3 vans that Fran had rented, and drove them all down to the LA Convention Center and hand walked them all into the war room. And then
man.
proceeded to work for like 5 days straight. God damn, look how big I was back then.
But look
Hey,
how-
smoking a cigarette. There you go. That's good for the kids.
You're so not beardy.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
That's me doing a cartwheel.
Nick doing it.
Nailed it.
He looks so much like Matt.
that Eric?
Yeah, it's Eric. He's still so freaking. He's still that skinny. It's annoying. I was wearing a ironclad shirt that I don't know where I got that from, and there it is. There's me jumping like an orca. I had a poor image of myself. Throw7 has given us 500 cheers to say, humbly request a new
Aw.
segment, Joey's 15 Seconds of Persona. Denied.
Hey!
He gave us that's a duplicate. I'm sorry, we just simply don't have time. DJ Kento gave us another
almost
tip and
done with
said,
the 7 pounds.
Nick, did you see Nocturnal Animals last year? Because frankly, Tom Ford is the new Paul Thomas Anderson for me. When is PTA going to give me another Boogie Nights or Sucker Punch? Wait, Sucker Punch?
Sucker Punch sucked.
Did Paul Thomas Anderson do Sucker Punch? No. I'm confused by that. I might be thinking the wrong movie. Sucker Punch, the one
Sucker Punch is the
with all the girls in the insane asylum?
Yeah.
That's not Paul Thomas Anderson. That's
That
what's
was
his
a
name?
terrible movie too.
That's 300 director. That's Zack Snyder, isn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's 100% Zack Snyder.
It looks like
DJ Kanzo, what are you talking about? Eric Skirk. Although, to back up for a second, fuck yes, Boogie Nights 2 would be amazing. Boogie Nights is a great movie.
Great movie. Sad.
All the movies after that, Paul Thomas Anderson, a little hit or miss for me. There Will Be Blood. I believe he did Inherent
really?
Vice as well, and I was like, I couldn't watch like more than 5 minutes of that
I feel
movie.
like
There Will Be Blood.
It was like a cool concept, but it just
Drove it into the ground.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening in this fucking
liked it.
movie? What is going on? Eric Shirk says, birthday tax, also first time tipping. Is this 20%? Question mark. I don't know.
I don't know how numbers work.
I don't know how that works either, but I know that.
1% of what?
I don't know, his birthday, I guess? I don't know. Throw7 gave us one more cheer and said, I humbly demand a new segment, Joey's 15 seconds of Persona. He's given that 3 times. The answer, I'm sorry.
Does that mean that I get 45 seconds of Persona?
We simply don't have time.
Can I just say that I'm almost done with the 7th Palace, and I just have to send the
Joey,
calling
you
card.
don't have time for
and
this.
that's all I got. See, I can fit that
not a-
very easily into 15 seconds. I didn't even need all 45.
Joey, this is not the gaming show.
You don't let me on the gaming show.
As
It's
the
fine.
producer, I have to make calls like this.
You just argued all day yesterday saying you're not the producer of the
I'm
show.
not the producer.
I will give my final opinion on this.
Okay. Are you also
As
the
the
keeper?
producer of the show, Kevin's right. We don't have time for this. I'm sorry. He has 15 seconds of sports. Don't have anything. All we have, I carve out an extra 15 seconds, but it's only for the Cool Greg effect.
The Cool Greg
Okay.
effect.
Cool Greg effect.
Yeah.
Get on your mic. What happened in your world today?
Bro, some crazy shit.
Wait, is your mic on?
Should be. Did you turn it off?
I turned it off. My bad.
Hello? Yeah, I'm on. I woke up and I saw that China had banned hip hop from TV.
What?
That kind of pissed me off, to
There
be
it is.
honest.
There it is.
Yeah.
See, I
Is
can't
this
even
a
be
story?
mad
You
that
want to
you
pull
let
up the
the
story
Cool
real
Greg-
quick? Pull up the story real quick.
I
Yeah,
can't
can
even
you
be
read it
mad
to me? 'Cause
because
I
the
didn't
Cool
really
Greg
understand it.
effect is awesome. Like I can't.
Can you read it to me? I didn't really understand it.
Tasteless, vulgar, and obscene. China just banned hip-hop culture and tattoos from television. Scroll down a little bit so I can read the article. China has banned hip-hop culture and actors with tattoos from appearing on television. The country's top media regulator, the State Administration of Press, Publication, Radio, Film, and Television of the People's Republic of China, which is a state-run organization. So basically it's the government coming in here and regulating, says now, quote, specifically requires that programs should not feature actors with tattoos or depict hip-hop culture, subculture, non-mainstream culture, and despirited culture, quote, which is decadent culture. Sina, the Chinese news outlet, reports Gao Chan-li, director of the administration's public department, outlined 4 don't rules on Friday. Absolutely do not use actors whose heart and morality are not aligned with a party and whose morality is not noble. That's why you gotta love China. Everything's about the party. Absolutely do not use actors who are tasteless, vulgar, and obscene. Absolutely do not use actors whose ideological level is low and have no class. Absolutely do not use actors with stains, scandals, and problematic moral integrity. If these were the standards by which the American movies were and pop culture were subject to, we would have 0.
Nothing.
I mean, for sure, this show wouldn't exist.
No.
My ass would never be allowed on TV. They'd be like, Nick, you can't talk about that deep, dark butthole they put in The Last Jedi.
Too far.
You can't do it. You can't do
Nick,
it.
you're not on TV yet.
I'm not?
No?
I still have a feeling they wouldn't be okay with this.
No, they definitely wouldn't. This is fascinating, but not altogether surprising coming from China, which is largely state-run. Everything's state-run. So, you know, that's why it's still a little communist. All right. P.S. I love his best friend XOXO. Do you have this pulled up?
I do.
Do you want to read this?
I do. Even though it says please have Nick read this one, I'm gonna read it.
I'll read it if it says please have Nick. P.S. I love his best friend XOXO comes to you by kindoffunny.com/bestfriend. You can go there to nominate people. Cancer Cookie is shouting out Nick Scarpino. Okay. Good morning, Nick. I just wanted to take a moment here on behalf of all the Kind of Funny community and give you a shout out the best way I can think of, sending you compliments on your own show. Look, you're a wonderful and humble guy, and I just want to make sure you know just how much the best friends honestly appreciate you and all the work that you put in, not only to your company, but to your own personal life and the lives of those around you. We see how much effort you've put into Kind of Funny Morning Show and making it a much better product. I know it could have been easy after Colin left. It couldn't have been easy after Colin left, but I can tell right away that you took the reins of the show and made it more produced, more structured, and more importantly, more funnier than it has ever been. You leading this show is the best thing to come from the last year, and we will always love you for it. Outside of that, you publicly sharing your efforts to improve your body, improving your stand-up comedy, and facing numerous fears that you felt over the years is incredibly inspiring, so much so that I've begun working out and losing weight so I can look more like you. That's nice. I don't mean to speak for your coworkers, but I can see in their faces that you inspire each of them every day, from Greg and Tim to Andy, Joey, Cool Greg, and even Kevin. They all admire you and look up to you just as much as we on the other side of the screen do. Even though I've never actually met you, I'm incredibly proud of all the work that you put into everything you do, and I hope you sometimes take the time to breathe and think, yeah, I really am amazing, aren't I? Never been a problem of mine. Never been a problem of mine. It's easy to work hard and then just be glad it's over and once the moment has passed. But I hope that you remember that you have an incredible amount to be proud of, even if it doesn't always feel that way. I hope you have a good day, a good weekend, and a good year. We all love you very much. Nick Scarpino, you will always, always be our best friend. Never forget that. I really appreciate that.
That was very nice.
I really appreciate that, guys.
Very well written.
I will say on that note, I do most of it because I know there are people out there who actually are watching and care. And it really is inspiring for me to have people who follow and are not afraid or will be supportive of me even though I fail, because failing is a part of everything that has to happen, and it's way easier to fail when people are out there to catch you. So it's nice, and thank you for that, guys. Joey, it's giveaway time.
I love giveaway time.
But before we give something away on this show, we're sponsored by what is perhaps Tim Gettys' favorite thing on the planet, Me
We're just saying
Undies.
something.
He likes a lot of things, right? He likes a lot of accoutrement, right? He's heavy into bomber jackets right now. But one thing that he has always said from the get-go, we got sponsored by Me Undies a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. They sent us some free pairs. Tim loves free stuff. Tried them on,
true.
has never looked back. He was like,
Life changer?
he swears by these frickin' things, okay? He says they keep everything where it needs to be, dry and tight, which is probably what you want down there.
Appropriately placed.
So that's a resounding shout out for them. He says, you want to look good with your significant other this Valentine's Day, right? Then check out MeUndies Matching Pairs, a unique, fun gift for you and your Valentine. They're the perfect balance of comfort, fit, and exciting prints. Don't spend another Valentine's Day giving the same old... Just stop clicking around the thing. I can't see anything.
Sorry, I forget that we're looking at the same
Don't spend
thing.
another Valentine's Day giving the same old gift. Check out MeUndies.com and find the best match for your match. MeUndies are the most comfortable and fun undies you and your significant other will ever own. They're made from the softest material on earth. We're talking 3 times softer than cotton soft. And that's a lot of softness to put around your softest part. This Valentine's Day, get your partner a gift that's for both of you. Order by February 5th at 10 a.m. for free shipping and free standard shipping so your gift arrives on time for the holiday. Matching pairs are fun, thoughtful, comfortable gift you can share with your significant other. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. MeUndies guarantees you and your significant other will love your matching pairs or your money back. That's right, that's a no-brainer. Get 20% off matching undies for you and your significant other and 100% satisfaction guarantee. What are you waiting for? Order by February 5th for free standard shipping. Go to MeUndies.com/morning. That's MeUndies.com/morning. This will be the best Valentine's Day gift you will ever give. Start matching your bottom half to your better half. Go to MeUndies.com/morning right now.
I do like that tagline.
It's a good one. It's better than, what was it before? Oh, Squarespace. Where it's like, Squarespace, build it beautiful.
Or is it build it, comma, beautiful?
No, but we said it that way because it should be, it build it beautiful.
I like the complimentary.
But I like it, build it beautiful.
Like, we like you.
It goes like it's not spelled out that there's a click, but there is a click.
It's like the switch noise.
It is the switch to excitement. Hey, here's this couch. Remember that? When they announced the Switch, they were like, here's a couch. They kept cutting back to the couch. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Let Tim Gettys produce your next stream, Nintendo.
Yes, please.
For the love of God. Okay, there's 4 ways to win this giveaway. 1, be in the Twitch chat. 2, be a Twitch subscriber. Here's your daily reminder. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Twitch Prime subscription. Joey showed me how to do it. It's super easy. If you want, she'll come over to your house and show you how to do it too. But if you don't give it to us, give it to someone. Every month we're giving it to people. Today, this month I gave it to Crave Snow, which is one of the best friends out there, Twitch channeling. You don't give it to us, give it to someone. Share the wealth. It's nice if it goes to us, but don't let it go to waste. Jeff Bezos, worth $104 billion. He is taking your money, this free money, and laughing and burning it for fuel for the apocalypse. He doesn't give a shit about anything anymore. So
Some men just like to watch the world burn.
that's true. He is the Joker of Amazon Prime. Ways 3 and 4. Patreon.com/kindoffunny or Patreon.com/kindoffunny. Games you can support us at the $2 above level. You get all the perks of the $1 above level, which, spoilers, we're doing a GOG today.
Woo!
We had some problems streaming it last week, so we'll see what happens this week.
I feel good about it.
But we feel good about it this week. That's happening. What time is that happening today?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock on the dot. We'll be doing that. That's going to be fun if you're one of the supporters of $1 above level. You get to watch that live, including the pre and post show. And then, of course, we'll post that later for that tier. But that's a lot of information to throw at you right now. Today's winner, I assume, comes from the Twitch chat?
Yes.
You picked this one. Twitch chat, Batman Dan 6. Congratulations, you have won the Lost Bear on PSVR, which I assume is terrifying or cute.
Terrifyingly cute, maybe?
Maybe, who knows?
I like this.
Joe, pick some comments. We're gonna go into the 3 and 3.
Let's see what we've got here in the Twitch chat. Mr. Yasman says, Nick and Joey, did you hear that Paramount and Michael Bay are producing a Duke Nukem movie?
Here it comes.
Did you know that Batman Dan Stick's sort of the meme?
Oh.
Did he really?
Sort of my meme with
The meme heard round the world, by the way. I love it so much.
It's
that
so
look
good.
on your face is the perfect level of what the hell are you talking about? I'm not listening to you, and I'm concerned for your well-being.
That's true.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Also, can you guys wrap up the show so I don't have to make sure Porty doesn't eat something he's not supposed to?
Yes.
No,
Thank
you
you.
have to take that. You have to
You
eat
shot
that.
him?
He went around like licking everything under Joey's
Yeah,
desk,
I
and I'm
know.
like, I
He
hope there's
definitely
nothing
is
down
eating a lot of dark chocolate.
That's
I don't even
bad.
like
Some of
chocolate.
us dropped dibs. No, bunch of crunch.
Kevin.
I didn't know it was gonna be a
Do you
dog
have a strong feeling on this Duke Nukem movie that's going on
This is Duke Nukem movie being made right now?
with John Cena?
No, who cares? It's going to be bad.
That's probably true.
John Cena started to crest into mainstream media with the Marine, and then just started going. He was like,
Ah, you beat Daddy's home.
he is amazing. Well, I haven't seen Daddy's Home 2 yet, so maybe he's amazing in that. Who knows? Academy Award nominated film.
Cameo that I was like.
If I'm not mistaken, I think we didn't go through the full list. I think there was one extra category that just was specifically for Daddy's Home 2, and they're just going to give the Academy Award for best movie ever made.
Frog and Bullfish 89 says, Nick, Joey, now that comic book movies are nominated, how long till video games movie are?
Well, when they make a good video game movie, that'll be a good first step.
Yeah.
And then eventually they'll make a few more, and then they'll make one that's really good, and maybe then it'll be nominated for something other than best visual effects.
Spoilers, probably not going to be Duke Nukem.
Probably not gonna be Tomb Raider either, but we'll see.
Let's see. Let's see what else do we have.
Going to sub-only mode right now.
Okay,
I'll
that
do it.
works. What else? Someone, I think it was D-Danger 10. Joey, what are you playing after Persona 5? I don't know.
Guys,
I haven't thought that far
we've
yet.
already gone over this. She talked about
Technically,
Persona.
I'm supposed to get 45
You've already
seconds.
talked about it for 2 minutes.
Just because someone tips doesn't mean they get that tip.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's how it works.
No, I don't
Not
know.
even a little bit. Not even for.
I think that's how it works.
Seriously, Jason says Tron ? I'll take some. I don't know what that's in meaning.
He's talking about the movies getting Oscar noms. Because Tron, the original, got an Oscar nom for
Best visual
it was
effects, I
too early
assume.
For visual effects.
Well, maybe it
don't
was.
think
I don't
so.
know.
Oh man,
Yeah, I don't know.
you got it, kid.
Joey, what did you spike in Porty's water with? I didn't spike anything.
You should have.
DJ
Porty
Shorts
doesn't even really
great.
drink water. So,
Mr. Yasman Throne says, can you ask Cool Greg if he saw Devilman Crybaby yet?
Nah.
Nope. Striven says, Oscar-nominated Kobe thoughts. I assume that's Lakers Head 2432 says, Nick, does Kobe Bryant's Dear Basketball have a chance to win Best Animated Short? I didn't realize it
I
was
believe it's
nominated.
Lakers Shed.
Is it Lakers Shed?
Lakers Shed.
I apologize. I don't know. Maybe. It's nominated. That's cool.
It's going to have to be real good, I think, to beat Coco or Loving
Well, it's
Vincent.
animated short.
Oh, animated short.
So what's it up? I don't know. I don't know any of the animated shorts. That's one of those categories. I'm like, give it to them. Give them half the time you give everyone else. Get up there. Here, spoilers. If you're nominated for an Academy Award for an animated short,
Yeah.
okay, get up there, have a list, let one person talk, thank 3 people, get the fuck off the stage. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay.
gotta
If
give
you
them-
last longer than that, we're gonna make fun of you. I will make fun of you if you last longer than that. Know your place, animated shorts. You're not Coco.
This is true.
You're not Coco.
But they still worked hard. I think they deserve some time.
Having
but maybe
said
don't
all of that,
take the
if I ever get nominated for an Academy Award, they
For
will
Best
have to
Short.
literally pull me off the stage. I will have Kevin waiting in the wings for the first person that tries to get me. He will take them out.
Got it.
Cool Greg, other wing. Next guy comes out, he takes him out. I'm talking still. 5 minutes, they cut to commercial. I'm still fucking there when they come back. I'd like to thank everyone. I would like to thank all the people who bullied me in high school. Go fuck yourself. You know?
Are you gonna-
Nobody
are you
bullied me.
gonna-
I'll make some people up though.
Perfect.
It'll be super
Are you
fun.
going to thank your stars in your sky, John Drake?
I will. Yeah, he's my moon and my stars.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah, John Drake. Oh God, he's so beautiful. He came to my comedy show, but only to pick Andrea Renee up. And he was like, "Hey, I didn't actually see it. I just kind of parked and came in." And I was like, "It means a lot that you're here, John Drake. It means a lot, John Drake. If you're watching, it means a lot to me that you came, even though you just came at the end to pick your wife up." All right.
What an honest guy. He could have lied.
He could have
He
lied.
could have been like, hey, real good.
He could have been, but I would have seen it in him because he is my mentor and he is my moon and my stars and he is the wind beneath my wings and he is the ground upon which I float. Okay?
A lot of people
He's
describe him
beautiful and he's got the voice of an angel. And a lot of people don't know John Drake out there, but you should. You should. A lot of people call him Andrea's better half. I don't know.
Or
You
is
judge that
Andrea
for yourself.
His better half.
No. Definitely not. She's scary. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Kind of Funny morning show for January 23rd. Thank you guys so much. Joey, thank you for joining me.
Thank
Big
you
Kev
for
Dog,
having
thank you
me.
for joining me too. Portillo, stop peeing all over the place.
No, he's
Yeah, you
fine,
see
Dom.
those fucking eyes. He looks at me like this. I'm not going to do anything he
Look at the way
says.
his legs are going.
I know. He's got his doink around the ground to cool it off.
It's fucking great.
He's got his legs splayed out like this, so his doink doink can get all cooled off. Guys, great show today. I'll be back tomorrow with, I think Andy's coming back on the show tomorrow. Until then, I love you. I'll read subscribers in a second, but stay tuned for Tim and Andrea on Kind of Funny Games Daily. Cool, Greg. Cut the feed.